You know that feeling when everything starts to unravel but no one's saying the full truth? That's exactly where Emmerdale's headed next week. Monday the 21st of July to Friday the 25th of July 2025. Lies are catching up with people, secrets are crumbling, and a few characters are about to face choices they can't undo. Cain's spiraling, Robert's digging, and Charity's whole world could shift depending on one decision. And that's just the start. Across the week, we've got 9 major spoilers, from shock confessions and backstabbing, to someone reaching breaking point and another finally finding a new purpose. Let's get into it. Here are all 9 big spoilers coming up next week in Emmerdale. 1. Robert starts asking dangerous questions ***. So, Owen's dead, the same man who drugged Robert. And now there's some written confession linking him to Nate's murder? Sounds way too convenient, doesn't it? Robert's instincts kick in straight away. He can't shake the feeling that something's off. And when Claudette mentions John visited Owen just before his death, that's it. Robert's officially suspicious. He decides to look deeper, and ends up speaking to Owen's brother, Steve. What he finds out? Game over. Owen had a solid alibi on the night Nate died. So if he didn't do it, who did? Robert heads straight to the police with what he knows. He's not stopping till he gets the truth. And something tells me, this isn't going to go down quietly. Especially if John starts getting exposed. 2. Cain's slipping, and no one's stopping him. Cain's been through it before, but this week feels different. John thought framing Owen might bring him peace. Instead, it's lit a fire inside him that won't go out. Cain wants answers. Real ones. So he corners Liam, hoping for something, anything. But Liam shuts him down. Doctor-patient rules. And Cain doesn't take that well. He storms off, angrier than ever, and that anger doesn't fade. It just festers. Meanwhile, John starts to realize what he's actually done. By faking a solution, he's robbed Cain of real justice. That guilt drives him to reach out to his usual crisis helpline. But this time, there's a twist. The volunteer suggests a phone call instead of texts. John freezes. And that says everything, doesn't it? I can't be the only one thinking. John's secret's getting heavier, and sooner or later, it's going to come out. Whether he's ready or not. 3. Eric's bombshell puts everything at risk. If you were hoping Charity and Mack could catch a break, think again. Eric steps in this week and causes chaos. Without warning, he tells Mack about the surrogacy plans going on behind his back. The fallout. Explosive. Mack's stunned, furious, and Charity's forced to defend a decision she thought she had under control. Jacob's left picking up the pieces. He trusted Eric, and now it feels like that trust meant nothing. Eric doesn't even flinch. He thinks Jacob's making a huge mistake, and he's not backing down. And just like that, what started as a private plan between Charity, Sarah, and Jacob turns into a full-blown family mess. There's shouting, confusion, and a whole lot of hurt. You can't help thinking, if this is what Eric's willing to do, what else is going to unravel before it's all said and done? 4. Charity faces a choice no mother wants to make. With Mack reeling and Sarah feeling the pressure, things go from bad to worse. Sarah starts second-guessing the surrogacy. She's young, and now she's watching her family tear itself apart over a plan she agreed to with the best of intentions. She tells Charity maybe they should stop before it ruins everything. But Charity's not ready to give up. She's convinced Mack will come around. Only he doesn't. Instead, he throws her a cold, brutal ultimatum. Choose the surrogacy, or choose our marriage. How's that for pressure? This could really shake things up. We've seen Charity fight for what she wants, but has she finally met something she can't fix? She's staring at 2 futures, and whichever she picks, someone's going to get hurt. 5. Moira's future hangs in the balance. Moira's really going through it this week, and honestly, it's starting to feel like she just can't catch a break. That hefty fine for the slurry leak, still standing. Her appeal's been flat out rejected, and there's no wriggle room left. It's the sort of news that would knock the wind out of anyone, especially with everything else she's been trying to hold together lately. And then there's Joe. Of course, with Kim swanning off abroad, he turns up to do her bidding, again. He doesn't sugarcoat it either. Just calmly reminds Moira that Kim's offer to buy Butler's farm is still on the table. And this time, instead of snapping back or slamming a door, Moira actually listens. That's what makes it more unsettling. She's not her usual fiery self. No dramatic showdown, no big arguments, just silence. That kind of silence says more than words ever could. It's like she's worn out from fighting, Like all those battles over the years are finally weighing too heavy. Cain sees it too. You can tell he's clocked the change in her. And to be fair to him, he's being supportive. Says he'll back her no matter what. But let's be honest, selling that farm isn't just about clearing debts. It's their home. Its roots. Its family. Getting rid of it would be like tearing out the past and hoping something good grows in the empty space. This could really kick off drama. Moira's not one to give in easily, but the pressure's coming from all sides now, emotionally, financially, everything. If she folds, there'll be fallout, and it won't just be on her. The whole dingle dynamic could shift. Viewers will definitely have something to say about this. We've seen Moira fight through worse, but this time, there's a different feeling in the air. Like maybe she's running out of steam and options. And if Cain's struggling too, which he clearly is, then what happens when they both fall apart at the same time? That farm might be the only thing holding them together, and right now, it's slipping through their fingers. 6. Robert flips the power dynamic with Kim. Earlier in the week, Robert and Kim meet in secret about Annie's field. Kim's got her usual poker face on, reminding Joe no one can know about the land deal. But Robert's not as naive as she thinks. He notices how desperate Kim seems. It's not just business. She needs that field for something. So Robert pulls the brakes. He refuses to sign anything. Not until he knows what she's hiding. Now the game's flipped. Kim's used to calling the shots, but Robert's holding the cards now. And she doesn't like it one bit. Viewers might remember when Kim used to have complete control in these kinds of deals. Not anymore. Robert's playing her at her own game. And he might just beat her at it. 7. April's future causes friction. Meanwhile, April's got a bit of good news. She's absolutely loving her new job at Takeover with Belle. She's thriving, she's smiling, and it feels like she's finally found her feet. But Marlon's not so sure. He wants her back in college. Books, structure, a proper path forward. He means well, of course, but he's missing the point. April's not just working for fun. She's growing up, finding independence. And she's not keen on being told what to do anymore. This is one of those classic Emmerdale tensions, family love mixed with frustration. Neither of them is entirely wrong, but someone's going to have to bend before it drives a wedge between them. 8. Paddy steps into something meaningful. In the middle of all this chaos, we've got a quiet but beautiful moment from Paddy. He tells Marlon he's started volunteering at a crisis helpline. It's low-key, but it means a lot. After everything he's been through with his own mental health, helping others feels right. It's one of those storylines that doesn't shout, but it resonates. Paddy's always been the heart of the village, and seeing him find purpose again is genuinely lovely. But here's the twist. We know John's been using a crisis helpline too. Could their paths cross? If Paddy ends up taking that call, it could change everything. For both of them. 9. DS Walsh brings closure, but no one's buying it. Last but definitely not least, DS Walsh shows up in the village with what sounds like a major breakthrough. Owen's confession ties him to Nate's death. The case is closed. But it's not. Not really. Tracy and Cain are told the truth. But the look on their faces says it all. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't add up. And once Robert starts digging, and John starts panicking, it becomes obvious. This was never about closure. It was about convenience. And that kind of lie never stays buried in Emmerdale. So there you have it. 9 big spoilers heading to Emmerdale next week. Between Robert's suspicions, Cain's emotional collapse, Charity's impossible choice, and Moira's make-or-break moment, the village is anything but quiet. Which storyline has you most on edge? Are you hoping Robert uncovers the truth? Do you think Moira should sell? Or will Paddy be the one to save John without even realizing it? Let's chat in the comments. I love reading your thoughts. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Trust me, the drama's only just heating up. See you next time.